Hello students, I have come up with a video on performance management and competency mapping. This is a third semester subject for MBA students and it is under BCU syllabus. So today we are going to discuss about teams. What is a team? What are the types of teams? And what is the team leader's role in a team? And what is the process of team management, team performance management? All these things we will be covering in this video. So first of all, let us see what are teams. So teams are a group of two or more people, so they come together to achieve a common interest or a common goal. So organizations today, they have more of work teams rather than individual employees performing. The focus is more on teamwork by today's organizations. So let us first see what are the different types of teams. So different organizations have different types of teams. So it is determined by what is the purpose of the team, for what purpose it has been formed, what are the goals the team has to achieve. So some teams may be permanent and some teams may be temporary. So permanent teams will be like the top management team of an organization, which is more or less a permanent team, which is formed when the at the inception of the organization. So temporary teams would have been formed to achieve some goal or objective, or to overcome a problem, to find a solution to a problem. Like example of temporary teams you can say is projects, where to do complete any project a team will be formed. So the different types of teams are problem solving team, self management teams, cross functional teams, and virtual teams. These are the different types of teams. So this is the diagrammatic representation of teams. Problem solving, you can see all the team members coming together to solve a particular problem. So self-managed teams are the leaderless teams you find in organizations today, where the teams manage everything. They don't have a supervisor or a team leader. The team members only manage everything. They achieve their goals, they overcome their problems, they get their resources, they carry out their work. Everything is managed by the team members themselves. So cross functional teams are teams which is taken from different functions. Team members are taken and they are brought together to form a team. So nowadays, like, because of the highly competitive environment, you see a lot of cross-functional teams, especially with regard to developing a new product like a software or something, a physical product. There will be members taken from different departments to form the team to develop the new product. So virtual teams are remote teams which they have come together as a result of technology. So these teams are not at the team members are not available at the same place. So, problem solving teams are those teams which have been formed to solve any particular problem of the organization, or to bring some improvement in the organizational process, or to make the team organization more efficient. So the problem solving team, they get together, they discuss the problem, and then they reach a consensus. Consensus means they reach a solution, they come to an agreement for a solution for the problem, and this their recommendation is then conveyed to the top management regarding what are the solutions they have come up with to solve a particular problem. So, self management teams, like I told you, are self organized teams, semi autonomous teams. They do everything themselves, they do their own planning, they get their own resources, they manage their team activities. There is nobody supervising them, so they are autonomous. You can say that such kind of teams are autonomous. Such kind of leaderless teams you can find in organizations of today, especially the global organizations, MNCs. You can find leaderless teams where the teams do everything themselves. There is nobody to guide them or to lead them. Cross-functional teams, like I told you, the team members are taken from different departments. So that is why it is called as cross-functional teams. So it is advantageous because the employees have different levels of experience, different levels of knowledge, and they are coming from different backgrounds. So all their skill sets are brought together to develop either new products or to make the organization more efficient or to bring some corrections in the organization's way of working. So, cross functional teams are also something seen today in today's kind of competitive, highly competitive business environment. Then you have virtual teams, which are otherwise known as remote teams. So these teams are formed because all the employees are not available at the same physical location. They are geographically spread apart, and they are working together as a team because of the advancements in communication technology. They are able to work together as a team irrespective of where they are located. So there is no time zone, no physical geographical barrier. So the teams can work together, especially when global companies want specialized skills or specialized knowledge which is not available locally, then they make use of such kind of virtual teams. So during the COVID period, such kind of teams became very popular, the virtual teams. So it's advantageous for the companies because their overall cost comes down. They don't have to purchase real estate. They don't have to consider traveling or relocation of their employees. So wherever the employees are located, they will work from there, and there is no geographical barrier, no time zone barrier. So 24 bar 7, they can be connected to each other and work on projects. So these are the different types of teams. So importance of teams. Teams are very important because they increase the satisfaction level of employees, because employees are working, those who are working in teams, they coordinate, they interact with each other. So work becomes interesting, their stress levels go down, they enjoy their job more, so they experience more satisfaction in their jobs, and it improves communication level among the team members because the teams have to maintain very good interpersonal relationships, so they have to communicate well with each other in order to achieve the team goals, especially in the case of self-managed teams and cross-functional teams. And teams also make the organization flexible because the members of teams, they cross train themselves, they learn to do each other's jobs, so they are able to expand their skill set So they become more flexible, they are able to do each other's jobs. So this makes the organization more flexible. Also, teams make the employees more motivated because there is more involvement among the team members, since they have come together to achieve some common goals. So they interact and they are sociable amongst themselves. So this increases the motivation level among the employees. They become more committed to achieving the team goals, and the teams are made up of individuals who have their own goals, individual goals. So these team members have to align their goals to the organizational goals. They have to match their individual goals to organizational goals, because they all have to work for a common goal or a common purpose. So they become more committed towards achieving those goals. And as I told you, the job skills of employees expand, because when they are working as a team, they learn to do each other's jobs. So the employees get more good at multitasking. They are able to do different types of tasks in a team, and such kind of teams are more productive because they are working together, they are cooperating, they are collaborating with each other. So they become more efficient and more productive in their work. So, what are the limitations of teams? Teams have some drawbacks, like all the team members do not participate equally in the teamwork. Some members will be more participative, and some members will not be much involved in the teamwork. So, this results in unequal participation by the team members, and not all the team members become good team players. All the team members are not able to cooperate or collaborate with each other. They are not able to communicate well with others. They are not able to be very sociable with other team members. So, not all the team members can become good team players. And creativity is limited in teams, because in teams the decision has to be made on the basis of consensus. That is, all the team members should agree on that decision. So this sometimes may not make the creativity of the team to come forward. Sometimes the creativity of the team does not get a chance to be implemented in such kind of teams. So since the decision has to be a common decision which has to be agreed by everybody, so sometimes creativity is not given much focus in the teams. So these are the limitations that team members face, and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, if it is very large team, the decision making takes a longer time, because you need the consensus of all the team members. All the team members have to agree to take a common decision. So sometimes taking a decision takes a longer time in teams. And since the team members are from different backgrounds, different levels of experience, and different knowledge levels they have, so they will have personality clashes, ego clashes among themselves. So this leads to conflict among the teams, and this can greatly affect the working of the team. The team cannot work towards achieving the common goals when there is too much of conflict amongst themselves. So, what are the role of team members? Team members have a very important role to make play in the teams. because they have to make sure that the team works well. They have to link all the team members. They have to provide guidance to them, and they have to make sure that the teamwork is managed within the time limit. And they have, whenever required, they have to exercise their power and authority on the team members, and they have to make sure that the team keeps on improving and becoming more efficient and effective in their work. So the team leaders, their main role or main work is they have to develop the team members. They have to consider each team member's need, competence, and what is his potential. And they have to create a healthy and harmonious working environment for their teams so that their teams can do their work. And they have to be the linking pin, that is, they are the link between the team members and the management. So what are the grievances of their team members? They have to convey to the top management. And what are the instructions the top management is giving to the team members? He has to convey to the team members. And the team leader also has to give guidance and advice to his team members as and when required, because team members, when they work together, they may face technical problems or emotional problems. So they will look to the leader to solve their problems. So he has to provide guidance and advice to them, to the team members, and he has to manage the time, make sure that time management is followed by his team members. So whatever their goals are, they should achieve it within the time limit. Whatever work they had planned to do, they should achieve it within the time. And whenever required, he should exercise his power and authority on his team members, but he should not misuse his power and authority and harass them. The team members also should be ready to accept his power and authority. They should give a positive response to his power and authority. So, from time to time, as and when is required, the leader has to be ready to exercise his power and authority on the team members, and he has to make sure the team becomes more efficient. So, he has to motivate them to work more and more efficiently. So he has to introduce a reward system where he can give rewards to those employees who are performing well, and he should also delegate authority, decision making powers. He should delegate to team members. So he should also make sure all the team members are participating actively in decision making. He should make sure that all the resources which is required by the team members is made available to them, and what is the information they require. Also, he should make sure it's available to the team members. So then only the team can function efficiently and they can achieve the common goals of the team. So now we will see what is the difference between groups and teams. So group, the members, individual members are accountable. In team, the individual members are accountable, but at the same time, the team as a whole also is accountable. They are answerable for whatever actions they have taken, or for how they have achieved their goals, or how they have not achieved their goals. So in groups, the focus is mainly on individual goals, whereas in teams, the focus is more on team planning together, discussing together, taking decisions by consensus, collectively doing problem solving. So that is how the teams are categorized. And in groups, the members share information, whereas the teams have common goals. They focus on their common goals. They work collectively to achieve the common goals. Groups mainly work on individual products or individual work. And in groups, the individual roles, responsibilities, and tasks are clearly defined. But in teams, also the individual roles, responsibilities, and tasks are clearly defined. But the team also is collectively made responsible for whatever goals they have to achieve. In group, the individual member is concerned about his own result or outcome and what are the challenges he faces, whereas the team as a whole is collectively responsible for whatever results they achieved and whatever challenges they are facing. So in groups, the goals, what is the goals of the group, what is the purpose of the group, how they are approaching to do that particular work is mainly decided by the manager. Whereas in the case of a team, the team leader decides what is the purpose of the team or what are the goals they have to achieve and how they have to achieve those goals, what is the approach they should take to achieve those goals is all decided by the team leader. So, what are the factors that affect team performance? One is location and distance, what type of leadership they have, what type of members they have, what is the maturity level of the teams, and how much harmony and conflict is there among the teams. These are the factors which affect team performance. So, team performance is all about collective work, collective skills, and abilities of individual team members. They all work together to achieve a common goal. So, location and distance. Because of the advancements in communication technology and because of economic globalization, the way we work together has greatly changed. Most of the people are able to work from home today, or they follow flexi timings. That is, they can come into office at any time they wish, and they can leave the office at any time once the work is completed. So people are doing lot of remote work, or they are working in virtual teams. They may be located in different parts of the globe, but because of communication technology, they are able to work together as a team. So, this is the modern style of working that we are seeing in most organizations. So, most organizations should have the latest technology, latest systems, so that the employees are connected to each other. They also should make sure such virtual teams or remote teams they physically meet once in a while, they interact, they have face to face discussions. So, what is the location and distance can affect team performance? So, type of leader, what is the style of leadership that is followed by the team leader that can also affect team performance? So, the leader's responsibility is to make sure that the individual members of the team work collectively to achieve the common goals of the team. So, he should make sure what is the roles and responsibilities of each team member, and he should make sure there's no conflicts between them. He should treat all the team members in a fair manner. He should treat them equally. He should not have any favoritism, and the team members also in turn should have respect for their leader. They should be ready to accept his authority and power. So, what type of leadership role is played by the team leader can affect the team's performance. Next is the team members. How different are the team members from each other? How diverse they are? So, what is their different experience levels? What is their different backgrounds? what is the different skill sets they have. So that will affect the team performance. So the team, even though it may be diverse, it may be having members from different areas, different backgrounds, different skill sets, they should be able to work together unitedly as a team and achieve the common goals. So in teams, we find lot of in-group pressures will be there. That is, conflicts will be there among the team members. They will be competing with each other. So new ideas may not be able to come out in such kind of teams. So it is the role of the team leader to manage the diversity in his group, make sure all the individual members cooperate and collaborate with each other, and they are able to achieve the goals of the team, and there is very less conflict amongst themselves, and they are more creative in their work. This is all the responsibility of the team leader. Maturity of the teams is how the teams develop and grow. So which stage of development is in the team is in will affect how the team functions. So the more mature the team means the team members have become comfortable working with each other, and they are cooperating well with each other, they are coordinating well with each other, and they are able to work efficiently and effectively to achieve the common goals of the team. So, harmony and conflict is something which can greatly affect team performance. So, if there is harmony among the team members, the work will go smoothly. So, the leader has to make sure that there is a positive and harmonious working environment where minimum of conflict should be there. So he should be leader should be ready to handle any kind of conflict situation as quickly as it arises, and he should be able to restore harmony in his team. He should build a culture of trust among the team members, encourage them to communicate well with each other. He should make sure there is a positive working environment among the team members. So, any cases of harassment, bullying, or any kind of unacceptable behavior, he should handle immediately and suppress it as per the company policies. The team leader should be able to handle any kind of conflict that can arise among his team members and bring about a harmonious state of working relationship among the team members. So, team management performance. This is all about managing the team's performance so that they become more effective. So, two types of performance measures are done for teams. One is productivity measures, and other is human resource measures. So, productivity measures means or productivity competencies is what kind of team leader they have, what kind of team leadership they have, how accountable or answerable the team is for their actions, how aligned the individual team members' goals are to the common goals of the team or common goals of the organization, what are the goals and strategies of the team, how they do their decision making, is it participative decision making, do they have sufficient resources to carry out their work smoothly, are they proactive in their actions, that means do they anticipate problems before they occur and they take preventive measures before the problem occurs. So, before productivity competencies, the team should have positivity competencies or human resource competencies. So productivity, like I told you, a company's productivity will be measured how much profit or loss it has made. At the shop floor level, that is at the factory level, the productivity is measured in terms of how many units of the product they have produced during a specific time period. So, productivity measures are measuring how productive the team was during a particular time period. So, before productivity measures, the teams should have human resource measures. That is, do they have good communication amongst themselves? Do they have trust on each other? Do they have clear objectives? Uh, are there uh, are they clear about their roles and responsibilities? So, is the team member able to handle the conflict that arises amongst his team members? Is he able to make a harmonious working environment for his team members? So then only the team will become productive. So first, the human resource measures have to be measured in a team, whether all these are there in the team, the communication, the trust, the clarity on objectives, roles, and responsibilities, and then the productivity of the team has to be measured. So, process of team performance management, how the team performance is managed, or what is the process that is followed. First, work objectives are set, then the process objectives are set, then the team performance is reviewed, and then the individual team members' performance is reviewed. So, work objectives is first, what is the team's purpose? What is the results the team has to achieve? Based on that, the work objectives of the team has to be decided. And what are the targets? What are the standards the team members should follow? That has to be discussed and agreed upon by the team members. So, for example, in project teams, they have to decide what has to be done, who will do that, and what are the standards to be followed, and what is the time limit they have. Then, next is the process objectives. That is also something which the team members have to discuss and agree upon. How are their interpersonal relationships going to be among the team members? What will be the quality of participation and collaboration of the team members, especially in decision making? And what is the team's relationship with internal customers, that is the employees, and the external customers of the organization? How flexible the team is to changes in the macro environment, how adaptable the team is to changes in the environment, external environment, what kind of communications quality they are going to follow. Are they able to plan and control activities? Then team performance is reviewed. It is analyzed and assessed how they achieve their joint achievements. So, how the team has progressed till now, what are the problems they faced, and how the problems affected their performance. And the teams have to review their work. They have to review the individual contribution also. Then groups, how did they solve their problems, how they faced their problems, and then they have to update their objectives, that is the group objectives or team objectives. So they review it based on the opportunities and threats that have come in the external environment. So, based on the threats and opportunities in the external environment, the team updates their objectives. Then the individual team performance is reviewed. So, the individual team members have to be given feedback on their performance. They should be given recognition for their good performance. So, any shortfalls, any additional training they require, that should be considered. The team leader should review their cooperation, how flexible they were, and how sociable they are in maintaining relationships with others in the team. So the individual team members' performance has to be reviewed. Likewise, the team's entire performance has to be reviewed and assessed, and feedback should be given. So this is how the teams are working in today's organizations. Today's organizations, it is more of teamwork rather than individual work. When you go for jobs, you will see that they will assess you in various rounds to see how good a team player you are. So more than individual work, the focus is on teamwork. So you have to be a good team player. You have to be able to work in teams. So this is the need of today's organizations. So okay, thank you. Till the next video.